What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. And I'm just going to say right from the jump, I might catch some flack for this one, and hopefully I do, because that would boost my engagement on this silly little app and help me get that much closer to my record or to my goals of partnering on YouTube. But we're at 550 subscribers total, 600,000 views in total, 600,000, maybe 620,000, maybe 630 plus thousand of those are just from shorts. But that's the goal. Throw shorts out there, show you guys my training. Not really tell you much about what I do, but introduce you guys to my garage gym with Piece by Piece. And today is a little bit of a different episode where I want to react to Jeff Nippard's latest 365-day experiment video. And I'm going to say right from the get-go, I'm not a huge Jeff Nippard fan. It's not that I don't like the guy, I just don't follow him. I don't follow much of anybody in the science-based lifting community, but my Instagram algorithm likes to throw everyone who claims to be in the science-based lifting community in my feed. But unlike Jeff Nippard and unlike TNF, most of these people that are coming across my Instagram feed are small, weak men who are telling either big guys or guys who want to be big that if only they trained like them, science-based, optimal this, optimal that, fatigue this, fatigue that, don't fatigue this, don't fatigue that, whatever, that their gains would be multiplied by some crazy amount. And there's viral clips all over the place and even viral reactions to those clips. And safe to say they piss me off every time. But Jeff Nippard did a really cool video where he did a 365-day experiment where he wanted to see what a 15-year gym veteran could accomplish, what kind of lean mass he could add onto his frame in an entire year of optimal eating, optimal training, I'm assuming optimal recovery. And even though he did suffer a tendon tear somewhere in the leg, I cannot specifically remember, he did a pretty good job. And he expected, or he guessed he'd probably add around 4 pounds, but he ended up adding about two. It was either 2.3 or 2.7. But the really cool part about the video was that he took his brother along on this journey, who started at, I think, definitely 30+% body fat. And he shared this experience with Jeff, and he pretty much transformed his life. And that was awesome to see. But it was a great video, pretty informative, but let's talk about the elephant in the room. And that is, we do have this younger generation of guys who are trying to become, I'm not going to say become anything, but they are posting videos on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, telling other people how to train, and that other people are not training optimally unless it is science-based or backed by some study, and they'll throw up a graph and tell you why you're just training stupidly, or why very successful bodybuilders of the past are also, or had been, training stupidly. And I know what Jeff was doing with this video, and like I said, it was a great experiment. I think it was a great video. He condensed 365 and even more. He went a little bit further than the 365 days in the full year. He condensed that into a 30-minute video that just showed the progress from a bulk. I think he had a 3,000 calorie bulk, which, side note, that is crazy. I obviously don't know his maintenance, but the fact that his bulk was 3,000 calories, that I can't comprehend that. When I was trying to move permanently out of the 148-pound weight class in powerlifting up to the 165-pound weight class, I wanted to walk around at 180 pounds. And for me personally, if I was eating anything less than 4,000 calories a day, I was losing weight. Now, maybe if I followed more science, I could have had a more successful go at that, but I did end up getting to 180 pounds. But I found out that in order to maintain that, I was having to consume 4,500 plus calories to just even maintain 180. So I'm 5'9", depending on how much I've eaten today, eaten in the day, or if I've drank 1 glass of water, or if I drank 1 less glass of water, I'm anywhere from 165 pounds to 175 pounds. And so first off, 3,000 calorie bulk, I don't know his maintenance. I don't know his maintenance calories, but 3,000 calories doesn't seem like a bulk to me, but that is besides the point. The main point of this video today is to tell young guys who are seeing these videos of these social media influencers or people trying to become social media influencers that are trying to tell you how to train. They're trying to tell you what is optimal. They're trying to tell you what the best split is. That's all well and good, but Jeff's video did prove that someone who is a fitness influencer, who is a YouTuber, who that is predominantly their job, or sells a written program that they can just pump out and sell to anyone who's willing to buy it, which again, not a bad thing. There's no knock on that. But what I'm trying to get at is a guy who pretty much does fitness and the gym for a living, dedicated 365 plus days to the optimal training, the optimal sleep, the optimal recovery, and the optimal diet, and only put on 2.3 or whatever, 2.7 pounds of lean mass. So what I got from that video was, great job, Jeff. It's cool to see that even after 15 years of training, there is still gains that can be made. That gives me hope. But to younger people or people who are wondering if, you know, they really should be listening to these science guys, make that decision for yourself. But I will say, a guy who does fitness for a living, dedicated his 365 days of his life and more, and put on only 2.3, 2.7 pounds of lean mass. I see that and I go, fuck it all. Who gives a fuck? We are not fitness influencers. We do not do the gym for a living. I'm talking to the average young man or even young woman. We are not these people. We are not YouTubers. We do not make money on YouTube. We do not make money selling programs. We have regular jobs, whether that's a desk job or whether you're like me and you have a physical manual labor job where you are working very, very hard, depending on the day, I'll admit, but you're working very, very hard and stressing your bodies in ways that fitness YouTubers, fitness influencers definitely are not. Even if you did everything optimally and you're 15 years into your journey, you're gonna only put on 2.3, 2.7 pounds of lean mass. Not worth it. Stupid. That's dumb. It's dumb. At that point, who gives a shit about the science? Who cares? Train hard. Enjoy your training. If you want to be less fat, eat less food. If you want to get bigger and you want to get stronger faster, eat more food. If you're young and you're just starting training, or maybe you've been working out for a year or two, maybe don't preoccupy your mind and, more importantly, your soul. I watch a lot of people who really make this whole thing their entire personality. As I stand in my garage gym and talk to you about working out, guilty, but it just consumes their minds and it consumes their souls. So my advice to you is to follow bodybuilders and follow lifters and search on YouTube accomplished people who have competed in bodybuilding at the highest levels, people who have competed in powerlifting at the highest levels, people who have competed in strongman at the highest levels and actually have something to show for it. Don't just watch a few viral clips of these wannabe specimens and think that what they're saying is gospel. Do your own research. And here's a challenge. Don't even look at a study, because clearly the people who are following these studies and all that other, again, the word optimal is just thrown around so much, but even the guys who are following all that optimal stuff are barely having anything to show for it. So why the fuck would you preoccupy your mind and your life with a bunch of numbers on a fucking graph when you could just chalk the fucking hands, grab the barbell, pick that shit up as many times as possible and go, could I add 10 more pounds to the bar? No. Could I add 5 more pounds to the bar? Maybe. Let's give it a try. And do that for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12, 15 fucking years. And just enjoy the process. So, if you disagree with me, let me know. Let's have a conversation in the comments. If you kind of like this little bit of a ranty type of video, let me know. I will make more. I can rant for days, and not just about fitness. But those types of videos might get me, they have gotten me kicked off social media before. So I'm trying to stay away from that on YouTube. But who knows? We'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Matt Wallace, powerlifter, amateur strongman, home gym having, garage gym baddie. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I honestly do. Thanks for being here. I love you. We'll see you next time.